Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the official YouTube channel of Officers at 24/7. So first of all, let me know how are you all, and also let me know is audio video both are okay. So this is our session regarding your PPB numericals. So as we had a IE/IFS numerical session individually, we are having a PPB numerical session here, in which we will be discussing all pattern of questions that might be seen in the paper from the numerical point of view. Okay. So let's start with the first question of today's session, that is talking about a company has current asset of 80,000 and the current liability of your 60,000. है ना, company have a current asset of 80,000 and the current liability of 60,000, and the question is asking calculate the net working capital. Question is asking what we have to calculate net working capital of the company. Right? So is it 20,000, 30,000, 50,000 or 80,000? So when we talk about net working capital, NWC, how to calculate the NWC? Simply, we have to calculate the difference between the two. So current assets minus your current liability. Current assets minus your current liability will give you the value of net working capital. So it's very simple. What we have to do, we have to subtract 60,000 from the 80,000, that is the current asset value. So your right answer will be A. Okay, do remember the formula, that will be your net working capital. So current assets minus current liability is equals to your what? It is your net working capital. So right answer is your A, that is 20,000. Very simple question, just remember the formula. Okay, also I have written the explanation here, how we have calculated. So this is the formula. Now second question is asking about a manufacturing firm invest 6 lakhs in machinery and 3 lakh in a factory building. We have to calculate the total fixed capital investment. If I talk about the fixed capital of a company, if we are talking about a fixed capital of a company means those funds which is required to gain the long-term assets of a company, like your machineries, your plant, like your manufacturing plant, the land where you are establishing your plant, that's a fixed asset. Okay, that's a fixed asset. So we have a fixed asset value that is saying for machinery we have invested 6 lakh and for factory building we have invested 3 lakh. So what we have to simply do, we have to add these two, we will get the fixed capital. So right answer will be your A, that is 9 lakh. Okay, right answer will be your 9 lakh. Clear? Very simple question it is. So fixed capital means the capital which is the long-term asset of a company and it will remain with the company, that will be a fixed asset. So right answer is your 9 lakh. You can see here answer is A. Okay, and how we have calculated total fixed capital equals to your investment in machinery and your investment in factory building, that gives you the 9 lakh value of your total fixed capital. Clear? Chalo, next third question is talking about here, answer is already visible. Chalo, so we have a HL Limited is a manufacturing of a printer cartridge. The annual turnover for 21-22 was 40 lakh and it has targeted 30% growth in financial year 22-23. So determine the bank finance for it. How much bank finance is required? So we have a annual turnover value, that is 40 lakh, and we have targeted growth of annual turnover is 30%. So we have to determine the bank finance for it. How much finance is required for the bank? So if we talk about 30% more target we have taken, so we have to calculate first the actual value of your targeted annual turnover. So 40 lakhs, 30% we have to calculate, that will be around your 12 lakh. Okay, and what will be your new turnover? New turnover will be 12 lakh plus your 40 lakh. New will be your 12 lakh plus 40 lakh. So your new turnover will be 52 lakh. The amount of new turnover will be your 52 lakh for which year? For 22. 23, your turnover will be 52 lakh after calculating the 30% growth in your business. Okay, now if we talk about the bank finance, how much finance bank provides? So it is defined under the turnover method. Like overall capital is required for working capital, that is 25%. Hana, this is a formula, this is the defined formula in our bank. Like whenever we require the funds, whenever we need a loan on our turnover, so we need 25% of capital as a loan from the turnover. Out of this 25%, it is defined 20% will be financed by bank. It is a bank finance capital, and the remaining 5% have to be contributed by the borrower. It's a borrower contribution. It's what? It's a borrower contribution. Clear? So this is 25% total working capital requirement of yours, out of which 20% you take from the bank and 5% you take from the borrower. Like borrower itself invests 5%. So now 20% of what? 20% of what we have to calculate? 20% of your total turnover. So we have to calculate the bank finance like 52 lakhs, 20%. 52 lakhs, 20%. And the 52 lakh of 20% of 52 lakh will be, 1 second. Okay, it will be 1040 lakhs. It will be 1040 lakhs. So right answer will be C. Do make sure you take your calculator with you. Hana, calculator is very important. I am calculating that in the phone, but you take your calculator with you because the digits might be a kind of rough, like this 10.40 we have to calculate. So and it saves your time. So definitely calculator you have to take with you. So simply what we have done, our turnover is 40 lakh. Estimated 30% growth is there. So the proper upcoming turnover will be 32 lakh. This 32 lakhs, 25% is required as a working capital. Okay, out of which 20% will be financed by a bank and 5% have to be given by the borrower. So it is a borrower contribution. So the bank finance will be your 1040. Okay, right answer is your C. Chalo, next question, this is how you can calculate. First we have done what? First we have calculated the 30% growth. Then we added and calculated the new turnover, and the new turnovers 20% will be given by bank as a bank finance. So we have got this value 1040. Right? Next. S&M is a manufacturer of your water bottles. The annual turnover is 60 lakh and it has targeted the 50% growth. Calculate borrower's finance in accordance with the turnover method. Now borrower finance will be what? It is 5%. If bank's finance is 20%, borrower's contribution is 5% only, but 5% of what? 5% of your turnover, and the turnover you have to calculate. So first we have to calculate the targeted turnover, that is 50% of 60 lakh we have to calculate it. Hana, 50% of 60 lakh we have to calculate. So 6530, so it is 30 lakh. And now your new turnover will be 60 plus 30. It gives you your 90 lakh upcoming turnover. That's your turnover for the financial year 22. Okay, financial year 22, you have a 90 lakh turnover. Clear? And this 90 lakhs finance you have to calculate from the borrower's side. So borrower have to contribute 5%. So we have to calculate the 90 lakhs 5% value. Okay, that will be your 4.5 lakh. That will be your 4.5 lakh. So right answer is B. So it is the same question. From the turnover method, we have calculated how much fund the borrower have to contribute. So do remember, in turnover method, it has been specified overall capital required, that is working capital, is 25% of your turnover. Out of that, 20% will be taken from the bank finance and 5% have to be contributed by the borrower. So we have calculated the 5%. Okay. And you can see, so the same thing we have done. First, we have calculated the 50% growth. We have added the growth to the recent turnover, that is 90 lakh. And then we have calculated 5%. That's a borrower's contribution, and that gives us the 4.5 lakh. Okay, I guess it's clear. Done. Next, now we have a details to solve the question based on the letter of credit. So letter of credit numerical have been asked earlier as well. So you can see if we talk about letter of credit, it's a type of mode of payment in international trade or secured mode of payment in international trade. So for assessing the letter of credit limit for the purchase of raw material, the banker collects from the borrower following particulars. To calculate your letter of credit limit, you have to take all these information. First, project value of raw material consumption in ensuing year, like what is your project value, then projected value of raw material purchase on credit. This is you have to calculate. This is you have to calculate how much credit is required for your project. Now, time taken for advising the letter of credit to the beneficiary, time taken for shipment of the consignment to reach the customer destination, like how many days, how many months is required. Credit period agreed between the beneficiary and the customer, the credit period projected and for calculation of your maximum permissible bank finance while sanctioning the fund limits to the borrower. Then the cycle of operation. We have to calculate the cycle of operation of LC for its issuance to the payment under the comprising for the following. First is time taken for advising letter of credit to the beneficiary, time taken for shipment, consignment to reach to the customer destination, and the credit period agreed between the beneficiary and customer. These are required. So on the basis of these details will be given to you, then only you will be capable of calculating the letter of credit limit. Okay, then only you will be able to calculate the letter of credit limit. Clear? Chalo. So first question we have here, the value of raw material consumption projected is 3400 lakh. Value for raw material to be bought on credit, that is 24 lakh value you have to bought on the credit. Now, time for advising letter of credit is 10 days. Shipment time is 20 days. Credit period agreed upon between the seller and the customer, or the credit period projected as available for the calculation of your MPBF while sanctioning fund limits, whichever is less, is 30 days. So you have to calculate your letter of credit now. Okay, you have to calculate your letter of credit now. So simply, first let's calculate the cycle of operation. First let's calculate the cycle of operation of letter of credit. So you can say first time for advising LC 10 days plus shipment required 20 days plus your period that have been decided between seller and customer, that is 30 days. Okay, so when you calculate these value, we got the 60 days. That's the one cycle of your operation. Like one letter of credit cycle completes in 60 days. In how many days? In 60 days it complete. Okay, so in 1 year, how many cycle will be there? Number of cycle in a financial year, it will be what? 360 divided by 60. 360 days in a day we calculate when we calculate the operating cycle. So 360 divided by 60, it means what? There are 6 cycles in one financial year. There are how many cycles? 6 cycles are there in one financial year. Because if one cycle ends in 60 days, so total in one financial year you can calculate, then you can get a 6 cycles of your letter of credit. Now, the value of letter of credit required for per cycle. If we talk about value of letter of credit per cycle, that is required by the bank. Like required from the bank, the credit limit you need. So how to calculate? So it have been said value of raw material bought on a credit 2400 you have used to collect or to purchase the raw material from the market. So that is 2400 lakhs. That's what 2400 lakhs you have spent on a purchase of your raw material, and there are 6 cycles. So in each cycle, how much is required? 6 4s are 24, so it is 400 lakh. It is how much amount? It is your 400 lakhs. Okay, so simply what we have done, first we have to calculate the operating cycle. Like what is the duration of your operating cycle? Once you have calculated the duration of operating cycle, we have to calculate in whole financial year how many cycles will be there. Okay, and then in the end we have to just divide the value which we have purchased in the raw material, Clear? So right answer is your D, 400 lakhs. So simply time required for one cycle, है ना? Number of cycle is 6. Then projected value of raw material 2400 that we have taken, and the value of letter of credit cycle is 2400 divided by the 6, that is 400 lakhs. Okay, very simple. Now this is the question. First you calculate this question and then I will explain. Everything is given. You have to again calculate the credit limit for purchase of raw material. Hana, letter of credit limit for purchase of raw material you have to calculate. So see, the relevant information provided is given as given below. First, project value of raw material consumption 5,000 lakh. Project value of raw material purchase on credit 4,200 lakhs. Time taken for advising letter of credit 15 days. Time taken for shipment and transit period is 30 days. Credit period agreed upon between the seller and the customer, or the projected available credit period for calculation of maximum permissible bank finance for funded limits, whichever is less, that is 45 days. And what shall be the value of letter of credit per cycle? Hana? You have to calculate the letter of credit per cycle, assuming there is 360 days in a year. So if let's say they have not given how many days we are taking in the one financial year, you have to imagine that as a 360 days only. Hana? If they have not, it have not been given in the question, you have to take it as a 360 days in a year. So let me know the answer of this question. A, B, C or D. The same pattern is followed, the same procedure you have to follow that we have taken in the last question. The same way you have to calculate this. So see what happens. Okay, I guess you have calculated till now. Chalo. So if we talk about this situation, first let's calculate the operating cycle. 15 days, 30 days, 45 days. So first we have calculated 15, 30, 45. It means total 90 days. The operating cycle, one operating cycle will have a 90 days. Okay. So in one financial year, how many it will be? Simply 360 divided by 90 days. It's your what? 4 cycle. How many cycle will be there in one financial year? 4 cycles is there, Hana, and we have to calculate per cycle letter of credit. So the projected value of raw material consumption is 5,000, but the projected value of raw material purchase on credit is 4,200 lakhs. So simply 4,200 lakhs divided by your 4, because 4 cycles are there in one financial year. So each you have to calculate. So divide the total amount with the each cycle. So you will get here 1050 lakh, that is 1050 lakhs. Right answer is B. Right answer will be your B. I hope you have calculated the right option. Hana, the same procedure we have used here. First we have calculated the total days in one cycle. It was 90. Then we have calculated in 1 year how many cycles will be there. So there will be 4 cycles. And then we have calculated each cycle required how much credit. So each cycle required 1050 lakhs. Okay, right answer is B. I hope clear. Next. Now, if we talk about gross working capital and net working capital, these are the two components we have. So first is gross working capital, means the total working fund requirement, which is funded by the borrower margin plus your sundry credits and other current liability plus your bank finance. That's your gross working capital required. Second, the net working capital means excess of your total asset over the total credit liability, or that portion of a firm's current asset that is funded by the long-term funds. And the long-term resources comprises of your own fund of the enterprise. So the paid up capital, reserve including the current year's profit and term loans from the banks and financial institution is your net working capital. So the question on the gross working capital and net working capital might be seen like this. A company's current asset is 1,20,000 and its current liability is 80,000. Now you have to calculate the working capital ratio. You have to calculate the working capital ratio. So how we calculate the working capital ratio? How we calculate the working capital ratio? Simply the current asset divided by the current liabilities. When you have current assets divided by current liabilities, okay, that is known as your working capital ratio. That is known as your what? Working capital ratio. So current asset we have is 1,20,000. Very simple question it is. Just you have to remember the formula, है ना? So the 1,20,000 divided by 80,000 divided by your 80,000. So it will be 1.5. Okay. So right answer will be 1.5. The working capital ratio will be 1.5. So how to calculate the working capital ratio? Simply current assets will be divided by the current liability. That gives you the working capital ratio. And right answer is not A, it is C, 1.5. Right answer is C. Okay. Now the borrower takes a loan of 1 lakh from a bank. The bank charges an annual interest rate of 8%, and you have to simply calculate the total interest to be paid on the loan after 1 year. So it's a simple question. You just have to calculate the 8% of 1 lakh, and the 8% of 1 lakh is what? 8,000. So right answer will be your what? It is your B option. Hana, the right answer will be your B option. It's a simple question. Clear? So just remember, the question is asking how much interest will be there. The amount, principal amount have been given to you and interest also have been given to you. So simply just calculate the percentage of that. So it is 8,000. Right? Chalo, next. A farmer has 1.5 acre of land in 0.7 acre cultivated paddy and in 0.7 acre sugarcane. The value of paddy is 10,000 and the sugarcane is 20,000. How much Kisan credit card limit will be given to the farmer? How much KCC will be given to the farmer? Okay, we have to answer how much KCC will be given to the farmer. So before calculating this value, we have to know this. That is, the all formula have been given to us in our book. This is your book. So the fixation of credit limit loan account, if we talk about all farmers other than the marginal farmers. First, short-term limit for farmers raising single crop in a year. That is, short-term limit is for meeting financial requirement for raising crops and related cultivation for cost. For uniformity, and district level technical committee assesses the cultivation cost per hectare for different crops raised in the district and determine the scale of finance to you. So how to calculate a scale of finance? Simply a scale of finance for crop as per DLTC multiplied by extent of area cultivated. The area you have calculated plus 10% of limits towards post-harvest or household or consumption requirement plus 20% of your limit towards your repair and the maintenance expenses of your farm, and the last crop insurance and or accidental insurance. If there is a crop or accidental insurance value is there, it will be given in the question. In our question, the value have not been given, so we don't have to calculate that. Now, first of all, how to approach these kind of question? The formula we have seen. So what we have to see? First, you can see the value is 10,000. The first we calculate, that is the scale of finance for the crop given is 10,000, and that is in how much hectare it have been defined, how much acre it have been defined, 0.75 acre. So when you multiply this, you will get 7,500. That's the first we have calculated that have been given here. You can see that is scale of finance for the crop multiplied by extent of area cultivated. So we have 2 crops, so we have to calculate it for each crop. Then 20,000 multiplied by same acre, because it is given the same 0.75. So it gives us what? It gives us the 15,000. And the total value we have got here is 22,500. Okay, 22,500. So we have calculated the scale of finance into extent of your cultivated area. Clear? Now, The rest is saying out of, when you have calculated this value, then you have to do what? 10% of limit towards your post-harvest household consumption requirement you have to do, then 20% you have to calculate. So this values, 10% we have to calculate. First, we have to calculate the 10% of this value. That will be your 2,250. Okay, so we have to add this value in the earlier amount, the 10% we have calculated. So after that, we have to add 22,500. When you add this, you will get the value of 29,750. Okay, the value got you 29,000. No, 1 second. 24 it is. 24,750 when you add the 10% value. So it is 24,750. Okay. Now the second you have to calculate the 20% of this. When you calculate the 20% of this, you will get the value . One second. 24,750. 20% we have to calculate. That will gives us 4,950. Okay, 1 second. Okay, done. So this is, we have calculated 24,750 that we have calculated with the first 10% value. Now we have to calculate the 20% value of this only. Okay, so 22,500, 20% we have to calculate. Okay, and it will be okay, 4,500. It will be the 4,500. So first you have to calculate the 10% value of your extended cultivated area value and then the 20%. So we have calculated 4,500 and in the end 24,750 plus 4,500. So the right answer will be your 29,250. Answer is 29,250. So right answer will be D. Okay. So right answer will be your D. So simply I got confused here. So first of all, what we have to do? First of all, you have to calculate the scale of finance given to you. So to us, there is 2 crops and a scale of finance have been given to, that is 10,000 and 20,000. So for each, we have to do what? We have to multiply with the extent of area cultivated. The extent of area cultivated is 0.75 acre for both the crops. So 10,000 multiplied by 0.75, then 20,000 multiplied by 0.75. So that have been calculated till here. Now the 10% of limited towards post-harvest household etc. that we have calculated of 22,500. Then again 20% have been calculated of the same and then we have added the both. So right answer is 29,250. Okay. Now next question we have, ABC is a software company. The project annual turnover is 140 lakhs. And the available net working capital is 5 lakh. Find the working capital requirement, margin money and the bank finance for it. So 3 things you have to calculate. We have to calculate what? We have to calculate the 3 things here. So first of all, the software company has projected the annual turnover is 140 lakhs. And the available net working capital we have 5 lakh already available. We have to calculate the first working capital, second margin money and third the bank finance. So how to calculate working capital? The 25% of your turnover. So turnover is 140 lakhs. Okay, turnover is 140 lakh. So we have to calculate 25% of that. So it gives the value to us 35 lakh. it gives the value to us as 35 lakhs. So that's the working capital requirement of yours. That's your working capital requirement. So we can eliminate the B option and the D option because 35 lakh will be working capital requirement. Now we have to calculate the margin money. Now we have to calculate what? Margin money. So to calculate the margin money, first of all, we have seen here that 35 lakh we have calculated the working capital requirement. Okay, now the margin money is required will be from the bank finance you have got and the borrower's contribution you have got. What is the remaining? Let's say, for example, the total amount is required 35%. 35 lakh. This 35 lakh will be given by the bank, will be given by the borrower. That 20% or 5% I have explained you in the turnover method. So after calculating those two, we have to calculate the margin money. So first we have to find the bank finance, how much finance the bank will provide. So bank finance, how to calculate it? This is the working capital requirement. Now the bank finance will be calculated on your working capital requirement. So working capital is 35 lakh and the 35 lakhs 80% when we calculate, we get the value here, that is okay, it will be 28 lakhs. It will be your 28 lakhs. Clear? So bank finance will be your 28 lakhs because we have to calculate the bank's finance out of your working capital requirement. So 28 lakh it will be. So right answer will be your C. But how to calculate margin money now? So we have seen bank finance will be your 28 lakhs. So what will be the borrower's contribution? The borrower's contribution will be your of 20% out of this amount. That will be your, the working capital is 35 lakh. So 35 lakhs, 20% have to be given by the borrower. That will be 7 lakh. That will be your 7 lakh. So 7 lakh will be given by the borrower. Bank finance will be given by 28 lakh and the working capital is 35 lakh. But the net working capital already available to us is your 5 lakh. So margin will be what? Margin money will be what? Simply 7 lakh minus your 5 lakh that is available. So you get a 2 lakh amount of margin money. So margin money is 2 lakh. Your bank finance is 28 lakh. Your working capital requirement is 35 lakh. So 35, 2 and 28 were your right answer. 35, 2 and 28 will be your right answer. Okay, so simply first we have calculated the working capital finance, then we have calculated your bank's finance. So bank's finance, after calculating bank finance, we got that borrower have to give the 7 lakh and the bank have to give the 28 lakh. Okay, and you can see already this covers our what? The 35 lakh and the already available money is 5 lakh. So who have to pay less amount of money? The borrower have to pay the less amount of money because already 5 lakh is available. So only 2 lakh is the amount that will be margin money required from the side of the borrower. Okay, so this is how we can calculate. So right answer will be your C option. Clear? Now next question we have, a company has an average daily raw material consumption of 500 kg and an average stock of 2000 kg and the opening stock of raw material 1000 kg. So the closing stock was 3000 kg and the annual consumption was 1,50,000 kg. And you have to calculate the raw material storage period. You have to calculate what? You have to calculate the raw material storage period. So to calculate the raw material storage period, what we required? First we required average stock of raw material divided by average daily raw material consumption. These two things are required to calculate your raw material storage period. Okay, and you can see here average stock of RM, average daily RM consumption, and how to calculate that also have been given to us. Now let's move forward. So to calculate the raw material storage period, we required what? We have just seen the formula, the average stock of the average stock of raw material divided by your average daily raw material consumption. Okay, these two values are required. So you can see average daily raw material consumption have been given to us. The one thing is given to us, that is 500 kg, that we do not have to calculate. Okay, so now we have to calculate the average stock of raw material. How to calculate the average? The opening plus closing divided by 2. So the average stock of raw material will be calculated by opening plus closing stock of raw material. Stock of raw material divided by your 2. So opening we have 1000. Okay, plus closing we have how much? 3000. So divided by 2, you got the 2000 value. So 2000 kg is your average stock of raw material. 2000 kg is your average stock of raw material. Okay, simply opening plus closing stock of raw material divided by 2. So 1000 and 3000 value already given for opening and closing stock of value. Divided by 2 is 2000. So just put the value in this formula. That is 2000 kg divided by your 500 kg. Hana? And the right answer will be your what? Simply 4. The right answer will be your what? 4. So right answer is your A. 4 days are required. है ना? So raw material storage period is 4 days. You have to store your raw material for the 4 days. So right answer is A. So simply the formulas are direct. You just have to remember the formula and you can easily calculate the question. So this is the raw material storage formula. Similarly, work in progress conversion period formula have been given. Fixed final goods storage period formula have been given. Then average collection period have been given. Average payment period formula have been given. And the maximum number of time they ask the raw material storage period only. But I have written all the formulas here so that if you want, you can check these. Okay, remember these. Chalo. So next is, what is the maximum bank borrowing for ABC and how much additional margin does the borrower need to bring in to meet the minimum margin estimated if project annual turnover is 150 lakh and the available net working capital is 7.5 lakh and the working capital requirement is 30% and the minimum margin from the borrower is 20% have been given already. So by using the turnover method, you have to calculate the maximum bank borrowing for this ABC company. Okay, maximum bank borrowing you have to calculate. Okay, so first of all, if we talk about the working capital requirement, the working capital requirement will be 150 lakh 20 Okay, so we have to calculate here. Working capital requirement is 30%. So 30% is required. So multiply by 30 and you will get here 45 lakhs. Hana, it have given that working capital is required is 30%. So 30% of what? 150. It means 45 lakh is more required to you. Hana, so maximum bank borrowing, if we calculate, that will be your 45 lakhs 70.5%. Okay, so now when we calculate here maximum bank borrowing, Hana, maximum bank borrowing we are calculating. So it have been given the minimum margin from the borrower is 25. So from bank you have to get the 75 of what? This 45 lakh of your working capital requirement. Because the minimum you can borrow from the bank, from the borrower is your 25. So maximum you have to take from the bank, that is 75 or your 45 lakh. So it will be around 33.75 lakh. It will be around what value? 33.75 lakh. Clear? Now let's calculate the minimum margin from the borrowers for 25%. So minimum margin will be calculated here. 45 lakhs, 25%. 45 lakhs, 25% we have to calculate. That will be 11.25 lakh. 11.25 lakh. Okay, so that's the 11.25 lakh have to be taken from the minimum margin from the borrower, and maximum bank borrowing will be 33.75 lakh. So we have calculated that. Now if we talk about the margin stipulation, that is 11.25 lakh of yours. So permissible limit is what? 22.50 lakh. Hana, permissible limit will be what? 22.50 lakh. Okay, so permissible limit if we calculate, it will be calculated by 33.75 lakh minus your 11.25 lakhs. So it gives us what? So permissible credit will be your 33.75 minus 11.25 lakhs. That will be 22.50 lakh. So permissible limit is your 22.50 lakh. So you can eliminate the A option and C option. Right? Now we have to calculate the second thing, that is your additional margin required. So additional margin required is what? You already have 7.50. So additional margin required is, you already have 7.50. So 11.25 minus your 7.50 lakh, that will give you 3.75 lakh. It gives you 3.75 lakh. So right answer will be your B. Okay, right answer will be your B. So simply because no direct information have been given to calculate the same, we have calculated this by calculating the other value. So first we have to say, question is saying that 30% working capital requirement is there. So that's the 45 lakh you need. So 45 lakhs, minimum 25 will come from the borrower, that is 11.25, and maximum 75 will be given by the bank, that is your 33.75 lakh. So permissible limit that will be given here is what? The borrowers and the bank's finance difference, that is 22.50 lakh. That's a permissible limit. You can go and borrow from the bank. Hana, you can take that limit. Clear? Now, the additional margin that you required, you already have 7.50. You need from the borrower 11.25 lakh. So you have minus the value of available net working capital. So you got the 3.75 lakh. That's the additional margin you required from the borrower. So right answer will be B. Permissible limit is 22.50 and the margin money will be your 3.75 lakh. Okay? Next. The bank has total advance of 1,000 crore investment in SLR securities worth your 250 crores and bills rediscounted with RBI is 150 crore. You have to calculate the adjusted net bank credit using the RBI guidelines for priority sector lending. So how to calculate this? A and BC have a simple formula. The total bank credit minus investment in SLR. Why we are subtracting the investment in SLR? Because investment in SLR is a reserves that the bank have to do. Investment in SLR plus bills rediscounted by RBI. So bills rediscounted by RBI money also have to be subtracted because that you have to return. It's not your assets. Hana? So the investment in SLR is your reserves and the bill rediscounted we have to return to the RBI. So we have to subtract that. So the simple value is what? Total bank credit we have got 1,000 crores. Okay. Minus investment in SLR we have done 250 crores. Plus this is 5, Hana? 250 crores. The bill rediscounting have been done by RBI is 150 crores. This value in crores. So when we calculate this value, it gives us 400, okay, and 1000. So simply 600 crore will be your what? It is your as adjusted net bank credit. It is your what? It is your adjusted net bank credit. Clear? So this is what we're talking about. Bank has total advances of 1000 crore investment in SLR security that worth 250 crores and the bill rediscounted with the RBI was 150 crores. So we have just put the value in the formula. So that's the adjusted net bank credit. You can see the total bank credit minus investment in SLR security plus the bills that have been rediscounted by RBI. So the value was 600 crores. Okay. Now, one second. What happened? Okay. So all the questions we have done, there are certain illustrations that have been given in your book and maximum number of time the same value question have been seen in the paper. So do make sure your book's numerical examples you just cover. So you can see ABC manufacturer module molded plastic household goods like bucket mugs. The annual turnover of there is 8. Okay, so your turnover limit have been given 80 lakh and the targeted growth is 25%. The working capital requirement and the bank finance you have to estimate. Two things you have to calculate: the working capital requirement and the bank finance. Okay, so first of all you have to calculate the new working capital. How to calculate? Simply 80% 25 lakh, 80 lakhs 25% you have to calculate. So we have calculated the 25%, that is 20 lakh. Add the both, you will get the new working capital, the projected turnover, that is 100 lakh. Hana? So we have calculated the projected turnover because 25% growth was estimated. So 100 lakhs 25% will be your working capital requirement. So your working capital requirement of 100 lakh will be 25 lakh. This is the first answer of yours. This is what? This is your first answer. 25 lakh is your what? Working capital requirement. Second, we have to calculate the bank finance. So bank finance will be what? Bank finance will be your working capital's bank finance you have to calculate. So that we are calculating here as a 80% value. So 25 lakhs 80% value is your 20 lakh. That's the fund that the bank will provide to the company for the working capital. That's the bank finance. Okay, and if you see the borrower's finance contribution of working capital, it is 20%, and it have not been asked but they have given as an explanation. So 20% will be borrower's fund, so that is 25 lakhs. The 20%, that is 5 lakh of borrower's contribution. Okay, so this is the one method. The another alternative method and the simple turnover method we have, just calculate 20% of your 20% of your turnover as your bank finance. So that will be 20 lakh. And the second, borrower's contribution will be 5% of your projected turnover, that is 5 lakh. So this is the turnover method. And I would say if the question is asking to calculate the bank finance or borrower's contribution or working capital, go with the turnover. This is your turnover method. So always follow this method because this is very simple. I have explained you already that what we have to do calculate the total capitals. In the turnover method, it have been already said to us that the working capital requirement is your 25% of what's happening. I don't know what's happening. 25% of your turnover. Okay, and out of this 25% of your turnover, the 20% will be given by the bank. That's a bank finance. Okay, and the 5% will be the borrower's contribution. So do remember this method. That's the very easy method to calculate all the three values. So you can use this method until and unless they specify the method by which we have to calculate the value. If they say that with this method you have to calculate, you have to follow according to their wish. Hana, that we have already done. Working capital ratio is current asset divided by current liability. Now, the second example have been given in your book. PQR is your manufacturer of toys. The projected annual turnover is 120 lakh. The available net working capital is 5 lakh. So, projected annual turnover is 120 lakh. So, what we have to do, 120 lakhs, 25% we have to calculate. So, your working capital requirement is 30 lakhs. Hana, working capital requirement is 30 lakhs. Minimum margin for the borrower will be what? 20% of your working capital, that is 6 lakh. And the maximum borrowing will be 80% of B, that is 24 lakh. So actual net working capital available to you is by 5 lakh. It is available already with you because it have been given. So margin required is what? Simply the margin required value will be whichever is higher from the minimum margin from the borrower or a maximum bank borrowing. So higher is your what? The 6. So answer will be margin stipulation is 6 lakh. And the permissible limit is what your? It is 24 lakh. How it is 24 lakh? Simply the working capital requirement subtracted the margin stipulated. That is 30 lakhs minus 6 lakh. That gives you the 24 lakh. And the additional margin that you have to bought in by borrower. So simply we have already got the value. Minimum margin, that is 6 from the borrower, and the available net working capital was of 5 lakh. So the margin additional required from the borrower is only 1 lakh. It is what? It is only 1 lakh. Okay, so this is another method to calculate your working capital, bank finance and your borrower's contribution. But until and unless they gives you the specific name of the method, you use the turnover method. Hana? Simply 20% of working capital is bank finance, 5% is your borrower's contribution. Now, the question is talking about the working capital requirement again. So you have a turnover of 70 lakh and the annual operating expenses is 60 lakh. So procurement of raw material have to be, this is the option that the values have been given to you. The procurement of raw material 30 days, conversion process time is 15 days, average time of holding the finished good is 15 days and average collection period is your 30 days. Okay. So the operating cycle will be what? All the days have to be added. So 90 days. In 1 year, how many cycles will be there? 4 cycles will be there because 360 divided by 90, that's a 4. And the total operating expense per annum we have seen is 60 lakh. It have been given. So for per cycle, what we have to do? Hana, you have a turnover of 70 lakh. You have a total operating expense of per annum. So how to calculate working capital requirement? The total is your 60 lakhs. That is your operating expense. Okay. You have to divide that from your number of operating cycle in 1 financial year, that is 4. So you will get your working capital requirement, that is 15 lakh. So 60 lakh divided by 4 will gives you the working capital requirement of your, that is your 15 lakh. Clear? Now, so these are the total numericals pattern you have, or the from all the whole syllabus. This is the kind of numerical might be asked in the paper. So do revise it once. If you have any doubt, you can contact me. You know how to contact me whenever you feel in the night. If you are watching with this video, if you find you are not able to understand the question, just ask me from the sources you already know. Okay. Now this is also important. This is your provisioning. I have added the one slide of your provisioning also because the provisioning question have been asked. So you can see in the substandard secured loan period as a NPA up to 6 months and 6 months to 1 year duration. Regular provisioning 15. Now revised list, no change, it is 15 and it have been changed to 25%. Hana? The revised accelerated provisioning is your up to 6 months 15, 6 to 1 year is 25%. For substandard assets, secured loan category. For substandard asset unsecured, if we talk about up to 6 months, 25% other than infrastructure loan and 20% for infrastructure loan. The both percentage have been same now in 25%. 6 months to 1 year, 25% and 20% for your other than infrastructure. Both have been merged and the one value have been given, that is 40%. Doubtful one, second year, 25 and 100 for secured, unsecured, 40 and 100 for unsecured and unsecured. Doubtful 2, third and fourth year, 40% for secured, 100% for unsecured. Both have become now 100%, whether a secured loan or an unsecured loan. And the doubtful 3, fifth year onwards, 100 and 100. This is the provisioning, again important. They can directly ask in what kind of loan category, secured or unsecured, in which year, second year, third year or first year, or up to 6 months, what is the revised provisioning have been given by RBI. So do remember, this table is also very important. Clear? Chalo, so this is all for today, and do revise it. If you find the doubt, do ask the doubt to me, okay, directly. And again, be connected with the officers at a 24/7. Do download the 24/7 application, and also subscribe the channel Officers at a 24/7. Press the bell icon so that all the upcoming sessions notification be given to you. So this is the whole detail I wanted to give you for the numerical session, for the numerical of your PPB. And the last thing I want to add here is all the very best to everyone. Do not be panicked, just be calm. If you find the paper is very easy, don't be so much joyful, don't feel so much joyful. Or if the paper is tough, don't be like demotivated, Hana. Just go with the flow. You have covered a lot of things. You are studying from a lot of, like from the last 6 months you are studying this, and definitely you will be able to achieve the target of your marks. So just be calm and do your paper, and all the best again to all of you for your PPB paper, and we will be meeting again in your analysis session. Okay, so thank you all for joining the session. Take care and all the very best again.